Welcome to the Post Sports Chat. I'm Drew Rubenstein here with Ed Owens, and we still are inside Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. They've just shut off the lights at the place where WVU's season just actually went dark too, where the Mountaineers have suffered their first losing season since 2001, falling to the Jayhawks 31-19. It wasn't even that close. Kansas dominated this game almost from start to finish after West Virginia scored on the opening possession. What sticks out to you most, Ed, from this one?
I think you have to look at James Sims, running back for Kansas. He had two really big runs in the first half, 62 and a 68-yarder. One of them went for a touchdown. The other one set up a touchdown. Really, WVU had been great against the run all year, and they were pretty good against the run today with the exception of those two breakdowns. But I think that really turned the tide for Kansas today. It let them take the lead and then go up 10 points into halftime. So those were two really big scores, and defensive lineman Shaq Rowell for WVU said that he thought those two runs ended the game right there, and it was hard for them to come back from that.
You almost wonder, at least I do, if they actually even lost this game when they lost to Texas, because all week long the players and coaches were talking about moving beyond the Texas loss and realizing that they were still playing forever, and then they just came out and played their worst game of the season.
Yeah, I mean, they did come out, the offense scored on its first drive. WVU went right down, got 7 points on the board quickly, then gave up 31 straight. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for Kansas today, which is something I don't think either one of us expected to be saying at this point right now. There was a little talk in the post-game press conferences about hangover, whether or not there was one. Some guys said it was a tough week of practice, strange week of practice, but whatever it was, they just didn't have it today.
And bigger picture-wise, you got to look at the program now, because while West Virginia does play Iowa State in 2 weeks in the season finale, that's going to be it. Bowl streak is over, as we mentioned, and when you look at bigger picture, Kansas was a team that had lost 27 straight Big 12 games. Already some fans displeased with the direction of this season, but now WVU's 6-13 in its last 19 games, just lost to a really bad Kansas program. Dana Holgorsen, hot seat, is he on it? Should he be on it? What are your thoughts there?
I don't think he is, only because the person who would put him on the hot seat, Oliver Luck, is tied to Dana. I mean, they're inextricably linked together. Dana was Oliver's big-time hire, and I think his future is tied into Oliver's. So I don't think Oliver wants to put him on the hot seat, but that being said, yeah, he has to be. I mean, it had been 3 full seasons since anybody in the conference had lost a game to Kansas. Dana's the first one to do it. They've really struggled this year. One of the things you and I had talked about was WVU needing to show signs of improvement. Even after the slow start they had this season, if they could build towards something positive at the end of the year, finish with a bowl win, those things are out of the question now. I mean, this was a bad loss for WVU. The bowl is out of the picture. Even if they go out and beat Iowa State in 2 weeks, it's an Iowa State team that hasn't won a Big 12 game this year. So best case, they've beaten a bad Iowa State team. Worst case, they lose to an Iowa State team, and then, yeah, I think the pressure really ratchets up on Dana. And
I think I would agree with that. I don't think he is, but I think he probably should be. And that said, too, there are other factors, to be fair to Dana Holgorsen. This move to the Big 12, he kind of hinted at this being a long-term transition, and then today he just pretty much came out and said, look, West Virginia doesn't have the talent to compete in the Big 12 right now. And to some degree, I get that. They're obviously in a different conference than the Big East. It is a higher level, but that doesn't excuse the results, which have just been really, really bad in recent memory. I mean, the number of blowout losses, the fashion that they've lost, and as you said, when you look back at where they were last October to where they are today, what steps have been taken inside the program to show signs of improvement?
Absolutely. And 3 years into the Dana Holgorsen era at WVU, these players are more his than they were Bill Stewart's now. So, I mean, when Dana says they're not equipped for the Big 12, a lot of that falls on him. So people are going to be looking at answers, and they're going to be looking squarely at him.
It's going to be an interesting couple weeks, and appreciate your time, Ed. And please continue to check thedpost.com for the latest on the Mountaineers. Thanks for watching tonight.